All right, friends, let us begin our journey. Into the process of going deeper and deeper within ourselves. All you have to do is take a very comfortable posture by crossing your hands, crossing your legs, gently closing your eyes. Just become aware of your breath, how it is going in and how it is coming out. Enjoy being with yourself, friends. The more we enjoy, the greater we live. Just be with your breath, friends. Last 2 minutes, friends. Become aware of your physical body and your surroundings. Last 10 seconds, friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. And whenever you are ready, you may place your both hands over your eyes. You may remove them and open your eyes. Come back, friends. I hope you all had a peaceful journey. So today we had entered into the day 5 of enlightenment or no death. Before we get into the topic, I would like to read one more short lines by our dear friend Sharu. Yesterday it had really helped me, and as well as I have shared it to all my friends and family. It is very important that everybody should listen it. It's for those that we have lost. We will remember you. Although your body is resting, your spirit lives on. Your light shines brightly in the hearts of those that your spirit touched. In your own gentle way, you made the world a better place. Your life mattered. Your impact reached far and wide. We will speak your name. We will tell your story. Your legacy of love will continue to grow. In the end, we have not lost you. We still have you, just in another form now. You will remain with us for the rest of our days as a beacon of light leading us forward. We thank you, we love you, and we will always, in all ways, remember you. It's a beautiful, beautiful message, friends. I mean, I know everybody have missed their loved ones, and it's whenever we read this message, it's kind of releasing them. It's releasing them free, and it is also lightening our hearts. So I thought of reading this today, and very thankful to Sharu for bringing it in the right time, because my cousin's father-in-law passed over, and I wanted to send something to them, and I don't know how to send the condolences. So this message was very perfect for me to send it to them, so that they can feel lighter at these times. So yes, friends, I want you all once again to close your eyes. This is going to be an amazing, amazing topic. wherein it breaks all our belief patterns. I'm sure it broke my pattern as well. And just close your eyes and take everything in. It is by Tobias Material Friends. It is from crimsoncircle.com, and says life after death, as seen by masters from the other side. The first 3 days after a human leaves the physical body is a very delicate time. There is not a prescribed process for what takes place. It is based on their consciousness and the events that surrounded their life and their death. We, the angels, go to meet them. And there are highly trained angels who go to meet. Sometimes we are welcomed with open arms and with tears, and other times we are rejected because the transitioning human was expecting something else. There are times when the angels are not even seen by the transitioning human, but they are so focused on their human ways that they cannot see the angels in front of them. When you leave your body and come over to our side, we are there. We, the angels of the Crimson Council, are there because we have known you for eons of time. We are a more familiar face to you than even the ones who have been your friends and relatives in this lifetime. We greet you and welcome you back. They remember us from these gatherings and from the dreams. They know they have come to the right place. At that point, they are still heavy with all the vibrations of being human. We go off with them to a quiet space and we review their lifetime with them. We will listen to your stories and listen to your tales of some of the more memorable parts of your lifetime. By expressing this, it helps you to come back to balance on our side. You ask us many questions. You ask about what you did was right or wrong. And very interesting, friends. And our answer is always the same. There is no wrong. There is only the experience of the moment and what you do with your new wisdom. You ask many questions about your lifetime. Could you have done better? Could you have made better decisions? Often we have tears when you ask this. Dear friends, everything you are doing is appropriate. Everything. You do not yet realize that you have divine guidance in your life. It is already there. When you go to your funeral, you will have enlightenment. To you, it will be somewhat amusing. It will be fun. It will be a celebration. You know that they can generally not hear you. You know that. But you go and stand behind them and put your hand on their shoulder and comfort them and tell them that you're fine. You have been taught that there is some type of retribution, some type of judgment when you die. Most humans carry this fear with them when they cross over to our side. This is the most difficult thing for us to deal with. There is no judgment, there is no jury waiting for you. Some humans feel they must go into a time of punishment. They place themselves in darkness. They place themselves in a space of their own, surrounded by ugly and dense feelings. In a sense, they go into a type of incubator to have a self inflicted punishment for all the things they think they did wrong. And when we stand around and when we try to tell them that we love them and nothing was done wrong, they do not want to listen. We have to honor that. At some point, and there is no time measurement on this, at some point they come out of this, they open up. Then we are able to start working with them. They're still heavy with the human vibration, they're still heavily connected to earth. They come out of this, and that is when we take them to a type of class. We gather around with humans who have departed before them and with angels on our side. Then we start reviewing. We start talking about who they truly are. We help them begin to understand and to rebalance. Once they start rebalancing, understanding of their identity is so much greater. Oh, they will, in a sense, bring up memories, bring up tapes of past lives, even to refresh themselves and lifetimes before that and before that. And when they start releasing the heaviness of the human vibration, a funny thing happens. Immediately, they want to come back to earth. They want to come back. When they come to a point of understanding of their journey, then they want to go back. We try to talk to them out of it at that point. We would like them to spend a little bit more time here on our side, coming to a bit of greater understanding and becoming even more balanced. Just as they are coming to a point of understanding of their journey, they want to jump back in and experience more. Some of you do wait. You do wait for a period of time. You spend time on our side of the wheel in these type of classes. You spend time traveling. For here, we can do interdimensional travel. We can go to the other parts of your physical universe and such other dimensions that lie around it. You come back to a remembering of who you are. You review past lives to help put them into perspective. Once a spirit, once an angel has been in human form, they stay in that cycle until completion. They are drawn back over and over again. When you come back to this side of the wheel, there are many tears, there are many stories, there are many jokes, but all the time we can see it in your eyes. You want to go back, back to earth, back to human form, back to learn more. For in any lifetime, whether it is long or short, there is so much that is gained, so much wisdom that is brought to your spirit, so much love that is in there. That is why you who say, this will be my last lifetime on earth, have access to past. We cannot be part of the past, but we can go back to the past and feel its energies. We can go into future because it has not been created yet. We can look at the potentials of what might happen. We can look at the direction you're going in, but we do not even like playing that game here. It is not living in the now. It is imagining how things will be. We learned quite some time ago not to predict the future. We wonder when humans are going to learn the same. We occupy much of our time here working with you, walking alongside of you, sharing experiences and comforting you. We are there to greet you when you cross over to our side. We are there to share energies and to share love with you while you are back here briefly on our side. We do not have to eat on this side. Some of you think that we have to eat food like you do. We do not. We gain energy. We bring in energy in one of several ways. It is futile, is to consume another entity, to go gobble them up, take their energy. All of us, including you, learned a long, long time ago that this does not work. This does not work, for it is a hunger that cannot be satisfied if you try to consume another entity. The other thing we do is to sit in our moment and our space by ourselves, breathing. Indeed, we breathe. We breathe energies in and energies out. You breathe. So you think you breathe air. You are really breathing energy. You are a divine human. The minute the food reaches your vibration, you transform it that moment. You do not need to perform ceremony. Ceremony is, and it is now. It is with you all of the time. On this side of the wheel, we can create whatever it is that we want to create. We can create a beautiful cottage. I, Tobias, have a place I love to create based on my experience of being a human. It is a cottage in the country filled with trees, filled with sunshine, and a stream at the back, and animals all around. I loved my animals when I was a human, so I recreate this place. But it is nothing like being able to create it in a material form like you can do as humans. It is like the wind compared to the human experience where you can be in material form and truly experience it. You can best experience it as a human when you live in the moment rather than worrying of the past or what will come in your tomorrows. You want the overview, you want the big picture, you want to know everything that is past and everything that will come. You forget to live in a moment to appreciate the experience of being a human. Being a human is a gift. because it helps you understand your identity. You're focused on the identity of a human in one lifetime. But the gift is when you understand, while in human form, that you are much more than the name that is on your driver's license. You are much more. By going into the human condition and taking on physical body, you accelerate your own growth process tenfold and a hundredfold versus the entities who have never been to earth. There are many who have not been to earth. Many, many, many who have never been to earth. Many of them wait for the time that they can come to earth. Others wait for the time when a literal new earth is created in your universe. Right now, there is only one planet, Earth, but in the days ahead, there will be many places of Earth vibration. The work you are doing now will create a new Earth and a new Earth after that. And the universe will begin to open up and provide the opportunity for other entities to experience human consciousness and ultimately divine human consciousness. Even when you come back to our side of the wheel, you still forget. There are entities who die and still don't open their eyes on our side. They are earthbound. You know them as ghosts. They wander on the earth. They are so lost in their humanness. Sometimes they find a way to incarnate again. Other times they continue walking on the earth as others, wanting to stay in the vibration of humanness. There are others who have not raised their hands yet, angels who are not ready yet to take on this experience. They know sooner or later they will walk down the path that you have walked. They know for the evolution of their own soul that is that this is the only way to go. But right now they are standing in the background, deeply honoring their friends. You have walked the path of a human, and now you're walking the path of a divine human. You are moving into the new energy to help create what so many others will experience after you. When you return here to us, we will greet you. Indeed, we will celebrate. Indeed, we will look over the events of your lifetime with you, of this lifetime and many others. We will celebrate. Wonderful, wonderful revelation, friends. It's very, very wonderful topic, and I really got connected to it. And yes, because a few days back I was just talking to my mom, and she was sharing about my grandmother's experience. She um, all the people they have these ideas that we will be going to hell and we will be put into oil and we will be, like all the bad stuff will be happening to us. That is what is our belief system is. So my grandmother was saying the same to my mother, whereas my mother came in and she said, there is nothing like that, like there is so much beauty out there. So yes, many people are still stuck with those fears, friends. And as mentioned here, we go into that incubator and we punish ourselves in the other worlds as well. Though there is so much help, we do not listen. We think that we are so rigid in our mind that no, we fixed that this is what is going to happen. And so before we or our friends or family who will pass over, we have to inform ourselves and we have to inform them that there is nothing like that. There is so much of beauty out there. There is so many angels who will celebrate with us, who we will party and who we will sing, dance. All these things will happen, friends. So yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful, mm, article. Thank you so much for this person, or for this angel who had given us this. So yes, friends, if you want to share anything, if you want to ask anything, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. Yes, Sharo, please go ahead, Sharo.
I'm so sorry if I am the only one who's speaking. I'm so sorry,
No, please
but
go ahead.
I cannot resist myself in sharing my experience that I had with my dad. That why I and my family stopped grieving about the death of my dad. So because I resonated with each and every word that you were speaking right now, because this was the experience, exact experience that my dad helped me go through. Because when he was on the deathbed for 20 days in the hospital, so I could actually see all the angels and my maternal grandfather standing there, in order to welcome him. But he was not able to take a decision. And I was crying and howling that, requesting the angels, please either take him or do whatever is great for his greater good. So the angels told me, no, he has to take his own decision.
Mm,
Just be patient with him and he will. So we cannot interfere into his free will. So they kept standing there, they were so patiently standing, they were smiling and patiently standing. And after that, when on 31st of December, when he took this decision, when I was meditating, he came with two angels and he said that tomorrow, it's my day. And 1st of January is supposed to be his birthday also. And that is the day he decided to leave his body. So 1st January, when 31st of December, when he was leaving, so he told me that I'm not going to leave you here, I'm going to show you the other world, what is
mm,
going to happen. So I waited for him. So after 15 days of the rituals and everything, he came back to me again and he said, do you want to know where I am? And do you want to see the other world? So I was like, yes, I would want to go there. So he and the angels, they took me to a healing temple. So there were a lot of pods, healing pods there. So I just
mm,
asked that what happens to the people who are murdered or who go through an accident or who are in the hospital having so much of pain like you did. So
mm,
he said that all the souls, they come over here and they heal themselves. So I
mm,
just asked one more question, that, do they incarnate all of a sudden? I mean, they come, they heal, and then they incarnate. So they said,
mm,
so he said, and the angel said, no, it is not. And to my surprise, Patrisa was also there,
mm,
along with them. So I asked him that, do we incarnate? So they said, no, it takes years as far as the earth time is concerned for them to incarnate. So after that, there was a beautiful journey in which he told me each and everything, where they go, where they do, what they do. And after some time, when he again came, after I think another 10 days, when he came and I asked him where he was, so he showed me a beautiful picture. It was like a lake was there and the beautiful forest and a little cottage. And he was sitting there and he was writing, because he was in
right.
Air Force, but he became a writer and a poet. So he started writing, but I did not share this with anybody. But one
Mm,
day when my mom came to stay with me, she brought a little diary with
mm,
her. That was my dad's diary, and in which he had written one desire, one wish, that he wants to go to a place which is lush green, which is completely, there is a little house over there. There's a small lake. There are a lot of deers and animals that are roaming, and I want to go right there. And when
mm,
she showed me, I started crying that, okay, that was the place that he showed me there, that he was there. And today, whenever I talk to him, he has not incarnated yet. So
mm,
he is helping the other souls, to help them in the easy transition.
mm,
So, that was the time, because that was the time when I was grieving, my family was grieving. And then the angel said that if you will grieve, you will be holding on to him,
exactly. Mm,
so you have to let him go. And that was the time, because my dad was not able to take a decision whether to go or not, because we all were crying. So, and especially he was very worried about my mother, that what will happen to her. So
mm,
once those attachments were gone, he was able to take a decision happily, that okay, now I can leave.
mm,
So this was, although it was just a capsulated form of what I've told you right now, but the experience was profound. And I still do experience each and everything that he shows me. So I'm grateful to the angels that they have opened that world to me, and my dad also. So I just wanted to share this beautiful experience with all of you. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sharu. It's very, very deep and very, very informative because you have an experience. Because this is reading an article, but you shared your experience matters a lot, and it helps each and every one, including me. That yes, what happens in the other worlds. Amazingly, amazingly put, Sharu. Thank you so much for this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else, friends? Yes, Usha. Please go ahead.
Hi, Madhu. Good morning.
Very good morning.
Yeah, thank you for the wonderful session, and thank you, Sharuji, again. It's always these stories which we hear from our parents or so, whomsoever, that there is something like hell and heaven, and this are probably carried out. And I could s- recollect when my brother passed over. Of course, I was not having so much of knowledge that okay, people could pass over, and it was like a shock to us because he passed away in an accident.
Mm,
I could see or I could feel his presence until few days, and we could see him in dreams that he was in a dark shell. Probably he was not accepting the fact that there were angels who were welcoming him. Of course, it took him probably some time. And like Sharuji mentioned now, I think he is in a very
mm,
beautiful place or probably reincarnated because we don't see him in dreams anymore.
mm.
I'm sure that he must have, got full support, and I think he is in a beautiful place now. So I don't grieve for him, but yeah, it hurts because he is humanly not with us.
Mm.
Thank you, Sharuji. But yeah, I will keep on, sharing this information which you and Madhu and everyone share. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Usha, for sharing this, for confirming. Like as we have heard in this article that there is this incubator. It's a kind of a shell that you create for yourself, and
Mm-hmm,
you put yourself in there, and you think that you wronged something in your previous incarnation, and you punish yourself.
mm-hmm,
So or something bad that you did. So it's again you're confirming that like these things will happen. May you
mm-hmm,
have
mm-hmm,
seen in a dream, or may you have seen in a vision, or as Sharu was experiencing that she went to the other side through her father's help. And yes, so like these are all confirming that like these things are sure. Like it's just that we don't know. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Thank you so
That's true,
much,
Madhu.
Usha.
It's also this lack of understanding, or what is it's just a myth which we didn't know. Okay, fine. This there is other world which exists.
Mm, mm,
It's
very true.
also good to know because, for example, everybody has to go through this, right?
Mm,
One
mm,
day or the other, we have to change our bodies like we change our clothes.
yeah,
So tomorrow, if I pass over, I should not have a feeling, oh, I am left behind, I'm losing something. So it's
correct,
just one more phase which I will go through. So
correct.
I'll be happy to. It's not that I will not no more hold that fear, and at least I can educate or tell someone, okay, fine, there is someone else who will be taking care of you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Very true, Usha. Yeah,
Mm.
I again want to relate it to my grandmother's experience, because lately she had some health issues. And like she was with my mom. And what happened is they were talking and all these things. And my mom, every time she reads a book, she goes to my grandmom, and she tells that this is what happens in the other worlds, because she had underwent so much of like troubles in this life.
Mm.
Her son passed over very at the very young age. And she and her husband, my grandfather, they don't have any support except their grandson. And so all these things, it was so much painful for her. And she said to my mom recently that I want to go to the other worlds if it is that beautiful over there. So
Mhm,
that belief patterns that she had been carrying, that she get punished for what she had done in this life, and all these things had broken, and she became free. So
mhm,
like it's really a great help if we can, like it has to go like a fire. Like I tell to my families, and you tell to your families and
mhm,
friends. That's how we all become free.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, that's true.
that's all we create a new earth with
Mm-hmm.
a very good vibration, with
Mm.
not a fear vibration or a hate vibration.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, yes, Usha. Thank you
Thank you,
so much,
Madhu.
Usha. Thank you. Yes, Sharu, please.
Just one more experience. I just to highlight one more thing, that people usually have this misconception about that place and what they should do. So it's a short incident. Again, I'm going to put it in short so that I don't take much of your time. So this is my brother's friend daughter. So she was 15 and she committed suicide without any rhyme or reason, in the sense that she could not understand what it was, and she committed suicide. So her parents were in a devastated state. So generally I don't communicate with the deceased ones unless and until it's very, 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 very necessary, and unless and until the angels permit me to do that. So my brother was adamant that, please, Sharu, please help me in, talking to his daughter. He's going through a lot, and he just needs a closure. The parents
Mm-hmm.
need a closure. So
Mm.
when I asked for the permission from the angels, so they said that only for 10 minutes. So you're
No.
going to have only 10 minutes with her. So when I communicated with her, she was still in the house. Okay, she was
Mm.
still in the corner of the house, sitting and crying, And then I started communicating that, why are you crying? She said, because I cannot see the light, because my parents are grieving, my parents are crying. How can I leave them like that? So I just told them told her that, why are the parents grieving? Because she took a step, and
Mm.
she took a decision, and because of which they are devastated right now. So she told me, after a lot of conversation that happened between these 5 to 7 minutes, she showed me a diary. She said that, okay, there is a diary lying there, so if you
Mm-hmm.
can just give it to the parents, so probably they will get a closure, they will understand that why did I take that step. So after 10 minutes, then I you can say 10 minutes, but it was a long time.
Mm.
Then
Mm.
I talked to my brother, and the brother relayed the message to his friend, and they found a diary in which there were certain words and sentences that were being scribbled in that. So
Mm.
after that, I did not communicate with anyone, not even my brother's friend or whatever. So I just kept to myself. After 10 days or 11 days, I was meditating, and she came back to me, and she was feeling so happy. She was like, now I can see the light, because now they have got the closure, and now they have accepted my death. So now, so why I am saying this is because, how much grief is important, but more than grievance or grieving so much that can hold the soul also here on this earth, is not also good for, not even for us, not even for the other soul. So I just wanted to share this experience, so that people start celebrating it as a death. Grieving is always going to be there, the absence is going to be there. We are going to feel the absence of that person, but then feeling that that person has seen the light, is in the other world happy and at peace, is, I think, we should think about. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much. Thank you for me. I mean, I'm so overwhelmed right now. I'm feeling so glad that I could just share all this with all of you. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, Charu. We are very happy to listen to your experiences, because these are very, very important for each one of us. It is very, very important. And thank you for sharing about this. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you. Thank
morning.
you.
Good morning, Madhvi here. Hi,
Hi,
Madhuram.
Madhuri. Hi.
Thank you so much. It's so soothing, the meditation today. Also, the article what you read, I just closed my eyes. Like I
Mm.
was in the meditation actually, and then you asked me to open, but I could not open it because
Mm.
it was so good and calm. And I thought I'll just continue, but you continued with the article, and then Sharu explained about her experiences, and then like I was just listening with a full, I mean, closed eyes, and it's just so really it's so heart touching, the experiences and the knowledge you are sharing here. It's really great because I never had such a group, or I never had such a feelings to explore mine also. Like Sharu said, absolutely what Sharu explained. It's the same with me. I went through as well. in a very tender age, I would say. My dad also passed away, and then he
Mm.
was also struggling in the ICU, like for
Mm.
around 10 days. And
Mm.
they asked me, they pulled me to, because I was the really pet for my dad, and they
Mm.
pulled me, see, he's struggling like hell, you have to go, you
Mm.
have to make him. But I was so young that I wouldn't understand. And why would I leave him if
Mm.
they're asking me to see for the last time? And I would never accept that. So I could never go there because it was so hard. Like Sharu mentioned, exactly the same story. Like, it's more or less a little bit different, but what she experienced and what she's sharing it's what's like getting tears in my eyes, actually.
Yes. Mm.
It's same story.
Mm.
I still feel it. But she's right. My dad came back,
Mm.
and he was always there with me. And that was only one reason where I came to Germany, because they pushed me, my family,
Mm.
to so that she can see different world.
Mm.
Like Sharu, you made me cry today. I'm sorry, but it was very happy that she shared it.
Wow.
But yeah, I'll control my emotions.
Mm.
Yeah, she what you explained, it's absolutely right. Like, you see that person in front of you, like you can feel it. Like, I thought that I was in the college and I was alone,
Mm.
and then I thought my family pushed me because I was completely depressed, and I thought that there's no world for me without my dad, because
Mm.
he was really a great person.
Mm.
Those days, they had a, like, what you call, like Venkateshwara Swami, everybody
Yes,
thinks
Balaji.
that, yeah, the Balaji, they thinks that, okay, we need a son, then we come. Like, they pray the Venkateshwara Swami or the Balaji
Correct.
to get the son. But those time, my dad and my mom, because they wanted a girl child, and that was an amazing experience. What I felt, because nobody, I don't know how many they really like it, but nobody wants to have a girl. You know, there it's
Mm.
always a secondary choice. But whereas my parents were not like that, so and
Wow.
they gave me the full-fledged freedom, and
Mm.
that really made me. After coming to Germany, he was always there. He was always in my dreams. I could feel him, that I could. And then later on, after realizing and became very independent, then I made him let him go. Like,
Mm.
Dad, I can live without you. It's really nice. And yeah, that's really a wonderful experience. What Sharu explained it today. And thank you
Wow.
so much. Really, it's not just the tears, but it's just the enlightenment, I would say, which it came. Yeah,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Madhvi. Here, this is we all support each other here, and it's okay to put out your emotions. It's okay to cry. Yeah, that's where the release happens. And yes, when we keep on sharing, we know what is there inside us, and we become free. So thank you for sharing all these things, and thanks again to Sharu for telling us all these truths which we have not known. Thank you, Sharu.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yes, Ram. Please go ahead.
So thanks a lot, Madhu, for such an amazing thing that you are doing, and the way this is coming out is so very beautiful. How it is informing each one of us to that deep information that we all know, but basically do not remember. So I'm sure everyone who are here are part of this learning, and they are guided from various sources to be here. This is not just happening by chance, but by choice of us and by choice of many, many guides, I can say, or our close departed ones, I can say, who had guided us to be here. And in today's article, when you were sharing, there were a couple of things that really let's say, touched me. One was when there was this interesting line that here we don't need food, but we just breathe in energy and breathe out energy. So, there in the other world, when we are with our true essence, in that all knowing state, we are just being with the breath. And meditation, what we are doing, that is the reason which is so very important, because whenever we are with our breath in this physical body, we are connecting to that all knowing essence. So, meditation is the way that we realize or we open up to ourselves in understanding all this wisdom that we innately know, right? It is just a matter of connecting to that. And all these sharing that come out after the session, so very beautiful how Sharuji is sharing and everyone who are sharing here through their comments or through their voice is transformational, not just for them, for everyone who is around. So thanks a lot. Thank you. And it is also very important, one another line where it said, we can go into the past, we can even look into the future, which is still not there, but everything is in the now. So the earlier, or let's say the easier or the faster we realize this truth, is a huge relief for each one of us. For each one of us, as we, or let's say as we as a person, and as we as a total cosmic relation, because the moment we live in the now, everything is simply falling into place, because that is the only essence of truly becoming who we are. And so these two were so closely touching me. One was that meditation is the key for every experience for us to realize, because we are connected to our true essence. The second thing was that we have to connect back to the now. So understanding that there are no mistakes, only great things happened in the past, and connect back to the present now. So thank you. Thank you, Mother. Thanks a lot. Thanks, everyone.
Wow, wonderful one. Thank you for sharing this. And, yes, friends, it's really wonderful sharings, and it's really beautiful how it is going, and I'm really enjoying, and I'm sure we all are journeying towards that understanding of that there is no death. And yes, friends, thanks to each one of you who are coming here, and every day you could have done many other things, but you made sure that you are here every day. So thank you so much. And friends, tomorrow's topic, which is on day 6, it will be on incoming soul. Tomorrow morning, the incoming soul will be the topic. And today evening, friends, we have at 6 p.m. Germany time, we have Master Sharu, as you have heard her today, and she will be coming to us and sharing with us on manifesting money energy, so which is very important, friends. And if you feel drawn to know more about this and to experience more about this, please join with the same Zoom link, and you can just log in there. So till then, friends, for the ones who are in US, have a lovely night, and who are connecting from India, and the rest of the world, have a lovely day, and we'll see you in the evening. Namaste, friends. Bye bye. Thanks for the wonderful comments, friends. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Madhuram. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madhvi.